Blood Warrior 1176 says Li eats fuel you kai go. Blood Warrior 1176 says blood with 38 shock 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 blood with 38 shock.
Alright, that's a whole hell of a lot of shock there, B-dubs.
What's the second camera?
What?
There's like a second one over. It was a little black screen over on the...
That's ordinarily, if this overlay was set up on my stream or whatever, that would populate with my chat. But because I don't have access to the actual chat for everything except for my TTS, it doesn't do anything. So now, thank you, dear. Welcome everyone to day 1 of 3 for Fresco's family festivities.
Blood Warrior 1176 says I'm home early due to the truck breaking down and them needing the car, so I clocked out early.
Alright.
BLAZ Isafraid says is it working?
Is what working? What are you looking for, bro? I don't know what's not working if something's not working. Can you hear me? Y'all can hear me. I know you can hear me because the microphone is pinging. So I know you can hear me. Welcome. Day 1 of 3. Apparently
Blood Warrior 1176 says we hear you.
Okay, I figured. Oh
Camille
my.
Terran 206 says Camille Twave.
Oh my. That, good gravy. I'm going to move that away from the mic. I have that. In case you want to see what anybody's saying directly, go behind you. My phone is there with chat there. Seeing how you can see that. I can hear chat, you can read chat. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, day 1 of 3 for Fresco's family festivities. So, for day 1, we have Angel is the Devil, my daughter. She will be joining me today. You are not mistaken. We are doing some crafts, and we're going to do a little something else as well, because her papa is on DMCA. We are going to do a pseudo non-official version of DMCA with her, because I would like her to kind of...
BLAZ Isafraid says hey ya.
What up, Blaze? What up, B-dubs? What up, everybody? Yo, thank you. Shout-outs to everybody for showing up for this. I'm stoked. I'm excited. 'Tis the motherfucking season. Let's get that hype going for the season. We got jingle bells everywhere. We got trees being sacrificed all over the planet. 'Tis the season, y'all.
And we've got Stitch behind us.
And, yeah, we have Stitch in a Santa hat behind us somewhere. Oh, he's back there. You can see him. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well today. Hope all is great across the land. B-dubs, I hope that truck issue gets fixed for you. But I'm hyped that you got the chance to leave work early. Unless you really needed that pay. In which case, man, I'm sorry about the truck break-in. I hope everything gets worked out for you. Yeah. So, would you like to tell them
Devil
what...
Kiten says Christmas tree, Christmas tree, Christmas tree.
'Tis the season for Christmas trees. Yes, indeedy. Feed the needy. Also, this brings me back to last year's hashtag of the season. And though we are not directly working with any kind of charity, I would like to throw out there, if any of you have children who have toys that are still in good condition and aren't using them, please take them, get them cleaned up a little bit, wipe the dust off of them, whatever. Go drop them off for Toys for Tots. Let's spread that joy to the less needy of the children, shall we? Hashtag FTC for the chitlins. That's what it's always about. It's for the chitlins. Even the chitlins at heart. Now, you are working on something special today, are you not?
BLAZ Isafraid says hashtag FTC.
Hashtag FTC, that's right. What are you working on? Tell the people what you're working on.
I am doing a diamond painting of the Grinch and Max with antlers.
So that is what she's going to be working on while we have our little discussion. Trying to multitask into things today. We ain't got no gameplay today. Sorry for those of y'all that are all about the video games for this season. There might be other opportunities for that. I'll never tell until the day of, though. So you'll have to stay tuned right here to Dark Mode Gaming TV to see what we got coming up. Now, I do know that after me is Shy _ the _
Devil Kite says Buggy says it's my best
Panda.
friend.
we have Shy the Trash Panda, for those of you that choose to, not vocalize the underscores. She is up after me at 7 o'clock tonight. I don't know what she's doing. If I had to venture a guess, I would say she's probably playing more Sea of Thieves. That's definitely a banger of a game. Seems to be on the hit parade this year. So, if y'all are into that, stay tuned, man. We got tons of shit coming up. Tons of shit. It's all about the stuff. Good vibes. Good vibes to be had. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta get into it, girl. If you're gonna be on stream, you gotta... you ain't gotta put that fakeness out there, but at least be a little peppy, because, people are coming to watch the stream after work, which is a challenging thing. Like, we are right into the time slot as people are coming out of work, they come home, and it's usually just Daddy's big ugly face on the screen for this. Thank you. Your non-vocalization is appreciated. If you're trying to make a face...
Blood Warrior 1176 says he lobbed so many over the plate and I didn't swing at a single one of them because the kid is here. I'm so proud of myself, LUL.
To be fair, she can't hear you. She cannot hear you.
I can hear all the things that are going through the headset.
Can you?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Get out of my face. You won't hear nothing.
You're the one that tried to cheer for you.
You're right, I did. Never mind.
BLAZ Isafraid says hashtag peppy vibes.
Hashtag
Blood Warrior
peppy vibes,
1176 says but she can read me.
She could read you. So here's a fun factoid. It's if she can properly read you. Though she is a straight A student, and I love my daughter to death, her common sense and pronunciation is not exactly up to snuff. And what I mean by that is she was reading the cover of a DVD for me. And like she always does. And she told me the movie was a Pumpkinhead movie. And then she goes, it's Pumpkinhead, but it's
Sure Devil Kite says, and sorry I mean she inherited my resting bitch face even when she is happy.
She sure did. So Ushies to Ushies. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to her. And then she spells it out. And the way she spells it out is like very pauseated. So it still confused me until I sat there and I put everything together and took into account her inability to properly identify words. And it was actually ashes to ashes. So yeah, that's I don't think I have a worry on her reading anything she shouldn't be reading. Plus, she's of age. She's old enough. Not to go out on no dates now, but I don't got to worry about that with nobody anyway. Now, get to your diamond painting. Go on. We're still vibing. We're still doing the banter in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just making sure I had everything ready on my phone.
Okay, you make sure you got everything ready. You got all your little supplies there. You're good to go, girl. Bag it out. Can you get this done in 2 hours?
No.
So you will not see a completed project today, but we'll see how far she can get while...
Blood Warrior 1176 says Fresco is out here vamping while she sets up now. Vamp old man.
Vamp old man, vamp! At least you're not asking me to vogue, because I can't vogue for shit, and she don't even know what voguing is, so we ain't gonna talk about it.
Like the magazine?
No, not like the magazine, although... Never mind, we're not gonna talk about the Vogue magazine. Now, so, let's get into the DMCA portion while you're setting things up, shall we?
I guess.
So, I challenged my child to pick out some of her favorite holiday movies. And specifically, and to be more direct, I asked her to pick out her top three favorite holiday movies. And she's going to save the best in her top three for last for us to review.
So bomb the top.
So we're going to go from your least favorite of your three movies to the top. And we're going to see how your potential is for doing a DMCA one day. Does that sound fun to everybody else? I think it'd be interesting to get a teenager's point of view on some movies. I'll wait. I better not wait because there's There's always a delay with streaming and whatnot like that, so we're not going to wait too long. Let's get into it. So what is your third favorite
Blood Warrior
holiday?
1176 says I'm fucking about it.
The Polar Express.
All right, Polar Express, the 2004 movie, starring Tom Hanks and Eddie Deason. Those are the two big names that are on there. I'm sure there's more, but of the entire cast, those are definitely the two names that spring to mind. Their voices are very prominent and very identifiable. So the first movie is Polar Express.
With the bottom movie.
Right, it's one of your favorites you have to watch every year, and you have to watch it multiple times a year. But it is not your top overall holiday movie of all time.
That's the length.
Because of the length. So this goes to show you where we are at in today's society. If it's over 2 hours long, she don't want to watch it.
I like watching 2 of them.
You don't want to watch nothing over 2 hours long.
I try my best.
You try, but you either fall asleep or get disinterested very quickly. All right, so why is Polar Express one of your three favorite films?
Blood Warrior 1176 says this child won't make it through Wakanda forever.
No, she won't.
I didn't even watch the first one. Didn't even watch the first Black Panther.
I know. We're a little backlogged in our movie catalog, aren't we?
Oh, very back.
We're very backlogged.
That's
All right. Well, what makes describe what is the overall plot to this movie for people who may not have gotten to see this film?
the plot. The main character's name.
Don't give away the ending because we still want people to actually see the ending if they haven't seen it, and if they have seen it, then they'll know that you're dancing around politely the ending. You gotta multitask, girl. Oh, she took notes. I should adjust.
Kind of.
She kind of took notes so that she would be pseudo prepared for this. I think she's trying to do too much.
All right. Okay. So the main character, which he actually has no name according to Google, it's just Hero Boy on Google. He doesn't exactly believe in Santa and Christmas and all like that, and he doesn't feel connected to Christmas as much.
Okay.
Kind of like in The Grinch, how Cindy Lou Who started to feel like lose her connection to Christmas.
Okay.
And so that happened, and then he went to go to bed on Christmas Eve night, and then
It would just be Christmas Eve, baby.
It would be the night.
It's the night. Never mind.
Cause it's not day, it's night.
Just carry on.
And then came this train, and when because there was rumbling the whole house, but his parents didn't wake up at all. But then he went outside with his robe and all like that, just rushed outside and saw this big train on the side. It said the Polar Express.
Okay.
It came out of nowhere. There's no railroad technically there from his house.
Okay.
And then out came the conductor, which I don't think he has a name either. Yeah, it just says conductor. And then the conductor says, "Do you want to come aboard?" And he doesn't respond at all, really. He just like basically shrugs off, like doesn't know what to do or get on, because he doesn't want to get on with a stranger, which that's obvious. And then I think he says he doesn't know what that thing is. So the conductor says that it is train to the Polar Express, and then the boy says no, and there was a couple other things which you have to watch to see. And then after that, the boy says no, he waits, the train goes, and he starts running after the train, and then jumps on the back, like on the caboose, on the little rails that are there. Oh no, actually no. He got to the door and grabbed onto the one rail that was on the door. And then the conductor comes over and lets him in. And from there.
Okay, hold on, baby.
Am I detailing too much?
You're doing all right. Now, if you were doing a overall summary of all the events of the film, you're doing fantastic. that's not really what you want to do, because you want to have people have the incentive to still watch it and make their own opinion on it. What you do is you give the overall vibe for, or like the reason of the whole movie. You can bring up the kid. That's right. You know, he's a kid that doesn't have any holiday spirit or anything. He climbs aboard a seemingly magical choo-choo train. He is led to the polar region by Tom Hanks, who is the conductor on the train.
Which the boy is also voiced by Tom Hanks.
And the overall feel for the movie is trying to help the young man find the meaning of Christmas. Okay? That's the overall plot to the movie. When I ask for a plot, that's basically what it is. You're just giving a very brief, kind of tantalizing bit so that you want to inspire people to go see it.
And then
Now,
I did a summary. I was doing a report in my head.
yes, you were doing a report. Perhaps we'll work on that some more.
I was doing a report.
No, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing.
A 5-page.
Did you tell me you wrote a 5-page paper on this?
Oh no! I didn't even type any notes. I was looking up the name.
Okay, all right,
I couldn't
fine.
remember his name.
Very good.
No, I was telling
Let's discuss some of your favorite scenes from the movie. What are some scenes that really grabbed you as a person
Blood Warrior
watching?
1176 says that's a good fucking warm up for number 2.
Alright. One of my favorite scenes is the hot chocolate scene where they get hot chocolate. And there's like a bunch of music and dancing and all from the workers.
Now, you said one of your favorite scenes is the hot chocolate scene, right? Because they're drinking hot cocoa and the workers are dancing and everything like that.
Yeah.
Is it because you like the look of the hot chocolate?
No. I
Okay,
don't like
so-
hot chocolate that much.
Okay, so the reason I ask her this, folks, is because my daughter has an obsession with TV shows and movies and the way food is portrayed in that. She really wants that to be how food looks in real life.
Like Scooby-Doo.
Like Scooby-Doo. Like all the food from Scooby-Doo. If sandwiches actually look like they do on Scooby-Doo, I think this child would have a heart attack with joy.
The Witch's Ghost and the and Zombie Island are the two favorite foods. of
Oh yeah,
Scooby-Doo.
because they have the best foods that you think you would like.
Mhm.
All right, that's dope. That's dope.
Mhm.
All right, so continue on now. Is there another favorite scene you have from this movie?
Just give me 1 second to think. Oh, when the hero boy, as Google calls him, lets one of the other kids on that didn't get on, because he said no at first, just like the hero boy did. Remember that scene?
Yes, I remember. Incidentally, this is the first year I've watched this movie in its entirety, all the way through from front to back.
Front to back.
Yeah.
End to end.
End to end.
Node to node.
Beginning to end. However you want to vocalize the personification of watching a film is the first time I've ever done it was this year. And I will get to my thoughts in a moment. All right, so there was another kid, and so why another kid getting on? Why would that be one of your favorite scenes?
Because the hero boy helped this kid get on because he was trying to chase off the train and fell. So he did something that helped the little boy on, and I just think it's a nice, like, during the holiday time and all that, you won't be.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna try to put into better words what
You
you're
know
trying to
what I'm
get
trying
across.
to
You're talking about the fact that not knowing this kid, and he's willing to have the holiday spirit enough to help him catch a train that he finally decided he wanted to get on.
Yes.
Very good, very good. So that's a good personification for the holiday. People helping other people, which you don't see too much of that in actuality, do you?
No. Can you pull
What do you need?
Can you pull out the yeah, that's just. Oh, I fell.
No.
It's too bad.
Man down. B-dubs, is there actually a Polar Express 2 coming?
I've heard like rumors for years.
He had mentioned it's a good warm up for number 2, and I'm wondering if there's actually a Polar Express 2 coming. Also, for those of you that do not know, this film came out in 2004. So it's
Blood Warrior
definitely
1176 says I have no clue, I meant on her list.
Oh, I see. I understand. Yeah, we still got a little bit to go on this one before we get to number 2. I got a 2-hour time slot to fill, dude. So I wanna make sure that I'm at least solid for 2 hours. Anyway, do you have another scene, or is that pretty much all your favorite scenes?
Those are my favorite scenes. I like the whole movie, but
Okay.
those are
Blood
like
Warrior
2
1176 says oh true dat, you went big my man, I'm impressed.
All right. What are some of your least favorite scenes? If you have multiple, if you have a singular one, we can discuss that.
When the hero boy, in this scene he wasn't exactly a hero, went to go bring the one girl her ticket because they got a ticket, and to bring it to her because she forgot it when she was going across the train car with the conductor. He went to go bring it to her because he thought she would need it, but she really wouldn't need it. And then something happened with the ticket, and then a bunch of stuff started to go downhill.
Okay. And so you didn't like that part at all?
Because he was rude, touching other people's stuff and losing.
Okay, so the hero was rude because he took somebody else's thing.
Yeah, took somebody else's thing and lost it, and then
Okay.
Yeah. You have to watch it to see what happens.
Okay. All right. So all right. So what did you've given your opinions on it? So as an adult and watching this film,
Jert Devil Kiten says he thought he was helping and ended up creating more problems than solutions.
correct. So the overstepping one's normal placing is that is fairly annoying. I will agree with that. So from an adult's perspective on this film, it's a genuinely wholesome film. There's some nonsense in there, which is pretty commonplace for kids' movies. Legitimately, Eddie Deazen's character, which you'd have to watch the film to be able to identify the young boy that Eddie Deazen is portraying. I honestly think my boy needs some more work because his voice is just phenomenal. He always brings to life some of the best characters for me. Tom Hanks really does a phenomenal job as being a serious but playful adult in the film, especially since you can't see him, you're only seeing what the animators are putting to life. So to hear him properly do his voice work for the character he's portraying, or the characters in this case he is portraying, is actually really sharply done. So it's a pretty good film. Overall, if you haven't checked it out, give it a once over, make your own assessment of it. It's a staple in this household, and it's amazing that I haven't seen it until this year. But I at least recommend the movie for at least a one-time viewing, and then watch it for the holiday. What would you recommend? Would you recommend this as a multiple-time viewing, or at least a one-time viewing?
At least a one-time viewing, but this movie might be something that people take like one time they watch it normal, but maybe not focus on every detail. Watch it a second time, maybe a little bit later, but actually pay attention to the details.
Right, because you find more out about it the more you watch it. You can see little stuff go on in the background. They have nods to things in the background and everything, so it's definitely a chill watch for the first time. Right. So, you about ready to get into number 2?
Yes.
Just checking our pacing, that's all. Bear no mind. Go ahead. What is your second favorite film? I should have made you do 4, actually, by this rate.
I can still put another one.
All right. Not bad. 30 minutes on one movie. Not bad. For a 2 hour and 10 minute movie?
2 hour and 10 minute movie?
I believe that's what Polar Express runs.
1 hour and 40 minutes.
Hour and 40 minutes.
But with breaks and all going bathroom.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you pause everything. All right, so let's go for your second runner-up, or your runner-up.
Runner-up would be the Miser Brothers Christmas, so the claymation.
Okay, yep, the claymation Miser Brothers Christmas from 2008.
Is that when it came out?
That is exactly when it came out. 2008.
That's the year after I was born.
It's interesting to me, by the way, after, and your mother had to help me nail down the dates because I was trying to do that on my own. But it's interesting to me that of the 3 movies you have picked out, all 3 of them are exactly 4 years apart from each other.
The next one's 2012?
No.
Oh,
Well, I'll let you know the date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot
Yeah.
what movie it was for a
So
second.
that's interesting to me that, and they, with the exception of your Miser Brothers Christmas, they all came out relatively before you were born. The other 2 came out before you were born.
But they are all around the 10-year span of when I was born. So there's
Correct. So that's pretty interesting to me. So Miser Brothers Christmas. Give a brief synopsis of Miser Brothers Christmas, please.
Miser Brothers Christmas. Wasn't that Sorry, I get a lot of the plots from all the claymations mixed up. I think Santa Claus becomes sick. He doesn't want to. Is that this one?
No, that is not. That's the Year Without a Santa Claus, which is the original movie that this is a sequel to.
Which I also like that movie too.
I believe in Miser Brothers Christmas, Santa goes on vacation. Are you trying to look it up right now?
Yeah.
Time to vamp! All right.
Oh, I got it.
You got it now?
I got a summary.
All right. So she's gonna plagiarize a summary for you, folks.
All right. Basing off of what is this? I'll even quote it so I don't get. It's not even Wikipedia. No, it's just Google. Like how Google brings up its own synopsis.
Okay. According to Google.
A Miser Brothers Christmas is a sequel to the classic 1974 television with a television special with the Year Without Santa Claus, a stop-motion animated special produced with the Warner Brothers television. No, that doesn't. It's just with the Warner Brothers and it's the same thing over again.
Is that it?
Hold on. But then give a summary. I'm sorry.
Dead air!
I'm trying.
Oh, I will vamp on.
Yeah,
you read that. I will vamp on the Year Without a Santa Claus while you are getting into that, so we can set up the prequel to the sequel, okay? Or the original movie to the sequel. So, in the Year Without a Santa Claus, which is the original film for this particular movie, for those of you that don't know, it's a tale about Santa getting ill and deciding that he's not going to break his back to deliver and do his normal job. He's going to take a year off and get healthy, get rested, so that he can continue to be around because he just doesn't feel good and nobody wants to go to work when they don't feel good. So he decides he's going to take a year off. Well, causes chaos, and in the chaos, the personification of all things that are hot, the heat miser, and the personification of all things that are cold, which should have been Jack Frost and is not, is Snow Miser. And through chicanery and whatnot, they have to agree to allow the elves to bring snow to a tiny village in order to help out with things. And by the end of the movie, some other chicanery happens, and Santa does have to get off of his sick duff and do something about it. The movie came out in 1971, so if anybody hasn't seen it yet, I don't know what you're sleeping on, because it's a Christmas classic. Many people.
1974.
1974? I thought it said 71.
74.
74. Sorry, I was 3 years off. It's 74. for a movie that came out before most of us were born, it's worth a watch. You know what I mean? So give that a good old shot.
Okay.
Are you ready now?
It's a very short summer that they gave me, but it's still a good one. Alright. So, in the Miser Brothers Christmas, North Wind, which is the Miser Brothers' brother, frames the Miser Brothers for Santa's accident, and then with Santa stuck in bed with a bad back is why he didn't do Christmas. He didn't want to take a vacation. He had a bad back. Everything falls into place for North Wind to slyly come to the rescue to temporary Santa, and then at the end, the Miser Brothers did end up taking everything, and then taking everything, doing everything that they were supposed to do before, got together, and then at the end, everything flipped for North Wind.
Okay. There you go, folks. There's the synopsis of Miser Brothers Christmas.
Good.
It's amazing to me that this is one of your favorite films, but you could not remember the plot.
I like that movie, but
This generation, folks, am I right?
that's why I said I wanted to watch it, because it's been a while since I watched it. I like that movie, though.
Anyway, can you remember any of the scenes that you liked?
So this isn't this was a scene where the Miser Brothers weren't getting along, and so they sabotaged each other, but did the same exact thing to each other. So, on He Miser's side of the sleigh, his little minions, went to the He Miser's side. Oh, Snow Miser's minions went to He Miser's side and turned on snow, like the ice that would freeze him. And then on Snow Miser's side, Heat Miser's little minions turned on fire, and so it would hurt each other. Now I found that a very funny,
like a brotherly rivalry kind of thing.
And I found it funny that they did the same exact thing to each other. They didn't know it.
Most close family members will do that. Most close family members will do that. You have another scene that you can remember?
When was it Mother Nature, which is all the parent to all the different seasons and all like that. She came out and grabbed the Miser Brothers by the ear and dragged them back to whatever her land is called, to yell at them and have a dinner with them and tell them what they did wrong. And I thought it was funny because she was just yelling at them. I don't know how.
What about the movie didn't you like?
North Wind, the whole time he was annoying. I know he's the older brother, but he was trying to make it all about him, even though the Miser Brothers were closer to Santa Claus than him, and then he was trying to, what is the word?
Underhandedly push his way in.
Yeah, but there was another word for...
The literate juggalo says which movie?
The Miser Brothers Christmas. Welcome, Jugs. Glad to see you out here, brother.
The literate juggalo says, and why do I gotta hate the child now?
I don't know. I don't know why you would have to hate the child. Apparently Uncle Jugs hates you, just so you know. Oh, shit. Jugs, you're a little late, so I'll explain to you what's been going on, if you're not sure. So she is currently working on a diamond painting, and this is a little thing I wanted to do with her, because...
The literate juggalo says that movie has some bops, though.
It does have some beats, you're right. So what I wanted to do with her is kind of like a DMCA of the future. Because, one day we're all going to be very, very old. And, I'm hoping as long as everything is still going and servers are still connected and everything like that, that our kids will be running DMG of the future. You know what I mean? And if not, at least DMCA of the future. That'd be dope.
The literate juggalo says DMCA JR, with face from Nick Jr.
Yes, DMCA Junior with Face from Nick Jr. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
You have no idea
No.
who the hell Face from Nick Jr. is.
Hold on.
Before your time.
But it'd be like, it can be like, what is it? It'll be like, we'll have like the 20th, what is it, the 20th Fast and Furious movie. We'll have Frozen.
You'll have tons of
6.
movies to talk about, yeah. There,
I was trying
make
to,
no mistake.
I was trying to mention movies that, have been out for years, like...
The literate juggalo says if she doesn't know Face, imagine how much Stickly would blow her mind.
Right?
Huh?
Right, Stickly. Exactly, you don't know. I'll show you later. That is why they invented YouTube. What is your overall review for the movie? Like, what would you tell somebody who's thinking about watching this but not 100% sure?
Watch Year Without Santa Claus first, and then watch this movie.
The literate juggalo says Forky from Toy Story was just a horrible knockoff.
You right.
Because then everything would make more sense if you watched it first. Because then you'll see how the Miser Brothers act, and then you'll understand why when you watch.
Right. So to get a better picture for everything, you have to see the original in order to see the sequel film, because it builds up characters that they then took a 70, 80, 90, 2000, a 30-year hiatus for.
34-year break.
Yeah. 34-year break, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they took a 34-year hiatus and then created the sequel movie. Now it's my turn.
Okay, I'm good.
All right. And with the exception of some of the songs that are sung in it and all like that, I fucking hate this movie. I absolutely despise the Miser Brothers Christmas. Don't get me wrong, it has some songs in it.
The literate juggalo says 34-year hiatus. What are they? DMCA.
Yeah, right? You would think they were us taking a 34-year hiatus, man. I keep telling you, we need to do more of these. We'll get into that, but eventually. Well, we have things on the back burner that we're working on, so yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm not denying anything. There is works in the process, people. Yeah. So, I hate this movie. I don't like the Miser Brothers at all. They do very much remind me of me and my brother, but I can't get behind it. I like the original movie. I didn't mind them in the original movie. You know, The Year Without a Santa Claus was fine to me. Did not need a sequel. I did not need more of them. I did not need them to try to recapture the music from the first movie. I just didn't need it. And all in all, if I were to give an opinion of this, skip it, burn the DVD. And when I say burn it, I don't mean like put it in your computer and burn a copy of it and hand out to all your friends. I mean legit, chuck this son of a bitch in a bonfire somewhere. It doesn't need to be seen anymore. The fact that it exists is a blight upon this planet.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is miles better than this movie. Miles better, child.
And that's where opinions come.
The literate juggalo says no, do burn copies, replace coal with copies of the movie.
That's a great idea, as a matter of fact. The only person that should be burning copies of this DVD or movie, or hell, nowadays we got Blu-rays, right? Make them Blu-ray copies, whatever the fuck the case may be. Santa Claus should be the only one burning out copies of this and handing them out to people, for all the naughty people of the world. Instead of them getting coal, they're going to get this movie, because they should be punished, forced to have to watch this piece of shit. How's that diamond painting coming along? Have you done any of it?
Yes, I have. All right. So
let's check in for a quick progress update.
So I had some of it done on the side here from a couple days ago. The green, and then here the little bit darker black. That's where I've done on the ear. The eye I've only put like 5 on, and then I fill in the little black spots in the green. So half of an ear, half of an eyeball, and fillings.
That's how she do, folks. She just kind of jump around from bit to bit. Yeah. All right. So that was your Miser Brothers Christmas, which I hope to never see again for the rest of my life.
That's gonna be difficult.
It sure is, and that took us even less time to do.
But I can throw in a different movie. We haven't done.
The literate juggalo says, "My God, doing a before and after photo?"
What you mean? What you mean doing a before and after photo? I'm confuzzled.
Oh, I didn't take a before and after photo. Though.
Oh, well, no, but it's on Twitch, so.
It wasn't a before photo either. I'd had some done already, but yeah.
Oh, that's right, because you were already
did.
working on it, and then we started this.
But there was barely any done when I started.
I mean,
It was a little corner done I did, and that was it.
yeah, Uncle Jugs changed his name in DMG because you can do that for like whatever reason. He changed it to the Little Grinchalo.
And then that brings us
And
to...
yeah, speaking of Grinchalos and whatnot, that brings us to my daughter's #1 Christmas movie of all time. This is her favorite thing to watch, not just during Christmas. So I'm going to do a little preface for this because I fucking
The literate
feel like I
juggalo
need to.
says, "Got that fresco work ethic, starting the grind before the cameras even start rolling."
Yep, she does have my work ethic to a degree. When it comes to things that she enjoys or when she wants to put her best foot forward, she definitely has the same work ethic I have, which is fucking bang out some shit and then make sure you're prepared for stream. Which she did tonight. She was fantastic getting ready for stream tonight. She's a little nervous, which is why she's a little quieter. Because we've been talking all week about last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
How long have I had
Since like the
Right after-
25th of November about.
since around about the 25th of November. Whenever it was that I was sent the information on if I wanted to participate for this, I talked to her about this, and we've been talking about everything we were going to do, what we were going to say, which also, we've got plenty of things to fall back on. Remember, this is why I told you to think of multiple things.
Excuse me. Yeah, sorry, bro.
So we have plenty of stuff to talk about. Where was I going with this? No, not that. I got on a event. Old man shit coming out again. Anyway, the preparedness. There we go.
Oh.
So her being prepared and everything, she was, she got her little work table together. She got all her supplies that she needed. She made sure she had her drink with her and everything. So she's hyper focused on now doing the work while talking. So she's not very outspoken because we don't do a lot of stuff out in public these days. Never really have for a few years now. Actually, part of that's my fault, but she's gonna get better. We gonna get her there. But as I said before, we are now coming to her favorite Christmas movie of all time, and this movie does not just go on during Christmas time. This movie goes on the day before Christmas. This movie goes on the first day of December. This movie goes on any day she feels like in between the first day of December and December 25th. This movie goes on anytime in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, or August, or really all year round. She'll put this movie in. If she's bored and wants to watch something, she will put this movie in at all times, no matter what, on loop. On loop. I alone this year have seen this movie probably 40, 50 times with how many times she's played it. What's your #1 movie?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
From 2000. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starring Jim Carrey.
To the live action one.
Yeah, well, all you have to say is the year the movie came out, and then who the star of it is. People will know.
I know that lady.
I know that lady. Anyway.
I was just looking at the cast.
As for me, I prefer to hear Jason every Christmas season, or every season. But, nevertheless. Alright, girl. For those of you who have lived under a rock forever, because the
20
Grinch...
years.
It's been longer than, well, 20.
The literate juggalo says not the 1966 or
Hates that one.
2018 versions.
She hates that one
I
too.
don't hate that one.
You hate the 1966 version.
It's not.
You've always hated the 1966
it's okay.
version.
It's just not my favorite.
You hate it because every time I put it on, you're like, well, can't we watch the other one? I don't want to watch this one. I want to watch the other one.
But the 2018 one, I don't dislike. It's a good movie. It's just.
It's not Jim
good.
Carrey.
It's not Jim Carrey.
Right. Yeah, so the 1966 movie I grew up with, I watched it all the time at Christmas time. It was a staple in our household. I tried to raise these kids right, which I will get to another portion of why I fucked up as a father in a little while. And she hates the 1966 one, loves the 2001, and is all right with the 2018 one. So that sets up the stage for everything. But as I was saying, for anybody who has lived under a rock since 1966 and don't know what Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas is, daughter, please give a brief summary, or synopsis, of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Well, no, the Grinch, he doesn't like Christmas. He lives on his mountain, and there was this little girl. Can I say her name?
Yeah, you can use names. They're characters in a movie. We watched the movie.
Yeah, Cindy Lou Who, and she feels like she's falling out of the Christmas spirit, and Christmas isn't just connecting with her anymore. And then she found out about the Grinch, found more about him, and then wanted him to be a part of Christmas because she felt that he was left out. So she did all this stuff to try to make him feel.
BLAZ Isafraid says Jim Carrey is best.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the thing echoes in the back.
Oh. I thought I turned the volume off.
I thought you did too.
All right. Carry on.
And then so, where was my last sentence? Okay. And so, trying to make him feel incorporated into Christmas time, it didn't go out very well. He went back to where he was stated, but then he hated all the noise that would happen every year for Christmas, and it would just bother him. So he went out with his sleigh and his little dog Max, and stole everything from Christmas from all the people in Whoville, took it back, and was going to push off a mountain. Until something clicked in his head after he looking over. I think it was happening. Looking all over town.
I was just itching my head, girl.
Looking all over town and seeing everybody is still happy without anything, and something then clicked, and then his heart grew 3 sizes, and then he pulled the sleigh back, gave everybody back their stuff, and he was happy. And he liked Christmas again.
Alright.
And I wasn't a Christmas person anymore. Oh, that's why I wanted.
You good?
Yeah.
That's your synopsis?
Yeah.
Alright. Now,
Good enough?
yeah, it was good. So the story was established in 1966 with, the cartoon and the book and all. And it was kind of this, but kind of not. Everything was lightly touched upon in the 1966 version. Like Cindy Lou Who did not have a problem with Christmas in the 1966 version. She was just a little girl asleep in her bed who thought she stumbled upon Santa Claus, and instead she stumbled upon the Grinch. He was just kind of a...
The literate juggalo says live action Cindy Lou's parents made me feel much less sympathy towards the Who's that Horton heard.
You right.
Mm-hmm.
You right. We're gonna dissect these characters in a moment, because this one I have plenty of fuel to talk about because I have seen this movie so much. We'll get there. Let's start with you, and let's go to characters you like.
thinking.
Oh, okay.
The Grinch.
You like the Grinch, of course.
The Grinch. Cindy Lou Who was a good character, but I wouldn't say she would be my top character because she is the main character.
I'm not saying that she has to be your top character. I'm asking you for characters you like.
I'm like Cindy Lou.
Carnage_Razor says I'm here.
I know you're here.
Carnage_Razor says what up, homies.
Yo, what up? Shouldn't she be working? I'm used to him just saying I'm only popping in to say hi. I got you though. You on in the background.
The literate Juggalo says
doing that
ouch.
grind. No. I didn't mean. All right, so maybe it sounded like I meant it like that, but I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying, like, normally homie is just he's on that work grind. He got to make that paper. And ain't nothing wrong with making that paper, y'all. It 'tis the holiday season. Make that paper, boo boo. You do you. You got bills to pay. Got the holiday coming up. Like shit happens. I understand. I ain't mean it like that.
Carnage_Razor says I'll tell you another time. LUL I'm not working tonight though. BLAZ Isafraid says
All right, well, I'm glad you're here. I am. Despite what everybody may think.
BLAZ Isafraid says LMFAO.
Always gotta bust balls, man. Always gotta bust balls.
Carnage_Razor says I'm glad I'm here too.
Alright. So you like Cindy Lou Who, you like the Grinch.
Mrs. Betty Lou Who.
Okay.
The mom.
Okay.
I did like how
Carnage_Razor says so what are we making?
She's making a diamond painting, one more since
kind of. Partially.
She's kind of working on a diamond painting. Would you like to hold it up again?
Oh.
The literate Juggalo says at Carnage_Razor making fresco watch live action Grinch for the millionth time.
If it were only 1,000,000 times, I'd be happy.
It's hard because the plastic puts a glare on it.
I know, you're fine. But she's working on a diamond painting with the Grinch.
That's 1966 Grinch.
That is the 1966 Grinch, you're right.
They didn't have any 2008 Grinch.
I know they didn't.
2000 Grinch.
2000, yes, thank you. Correct yourself.
Sorry, we did the last one.
That's right, you don't mess up.
Carnage_Razor says holy shit. She made that?
No,
That's dope, homie.
Yeah, she's putting all the color into it. So the way the diamond paintings work, I should have probably explained that at the beginning of this too. Yeah, man.
It's like a color by number.
You can tell how long it's been since Daddy's done some streaming, huh? Daddy sucks at life. Anyway, so a diamond painting is you get the canvas for it, right? And in the canvas,
the literate Juggalo says 1966. Angel, that's nearly as old as your dad.
Wait, is that the right year? 1966? Is that the year it came out? I think I messed up that year.
That's the year
first one.
The first Grinch.
Okay, I was
making
sure.
1966. Anyway, thanks for making me feel older than I actually am. I feel old enough with some other movies that I just realized are over 30 years old. So a diamond painting is a canvas that has little spots in it for you to poke colored beads, diamonds in.
So the whole canvas is just like a big sticky platform, and you stick these little plastic beads on it using this little thing where you put goop in, place it down, and so everything, it looks like there's colored diamonds on it.
Mm-hmm. And she likes doing them.
Takes me a while.
It takes her a little while because she's a bit of a perfectionist, I should say.
Yeah, that's why this one came with a little stick so I can line them all up.
Yes. I know how much of a perfectionist you are because
Carnage_Razor says still dope.
Yeah, it takes time and effort and everything, and the fact that she's doing that is impressive. You know what I mean? Like, she could just be a sloth in the corner, which there's days she is, but, you know, the fact that she has the ability to do some artsy shit that I can't do. I sure as hell can't do that.
Oh, sure, I'm a painting.
But, she loves to paint too. So she's a very artsy one. She's the artsy one in the family.
I like to paint.
Right. So let's get back to your characters that you enjoy. So you enjoy Cindy, her mom, and the Grinch.
Yes. And then, not the mayor, but the mayor's assistant.
Okay.
And that's it.
And that's it? That's all the characters you enjoy?
Yeah. That's the main characters I enjoy.
Alright. Alright. Who are the characters that you probably hate the most?
Mayor.
Of course.
And, I would kind of say the dad, actually. I dislike some things he does, but some things he does is okay.
Okay.
And then, yeah,
That's really it? Okay. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Let's talk about some of your favorite scenes from the movie.
Oh, and Max is my favorite.
Max is your favorite now?
No, Max was my favorite. It is my favorite, and Grinch is second.
Alright, so Max is your favorite. Alright.
Max, even though he's right here.
Let's talk about some of your favorite scenes. And there's a lot in this movie to digest.
Oh, so when they were going back in the little tunnel trash can thing up back to the
Crumpet.
Mount Crumpet. It's like Crimpet.
Yes, it's like Crimpet, but it's a crumpet.
Yeah, Crumpet. When they were going back up to that, and then Grinch, the Max goes again, and Grinch says, "Fleas before beauty," and then he goes in. That's like that scene.
Okay, all right.
Like that. Isn't that irony in that scene?
Yeah, there's kind of irony there. Yes.
And then, when the Grinch start in the mailroom and towards the beginning, when he goes and hides in the mailroom because he was like throwing all the mail everywhere, and then Cindy Lou comes in to put mail just down on a pedestal, I think, and then and then he falls down, makes a noise and then falls down, and then he wraps her up, and I asked for her finger. That's funny to use the tie it. Like that scene. When the Grinch gets in the little boots after he sets the tree on fire, he jumps in the little, tries to ask for a taxi, people's cars, and then he signs this little car from the Tiny Who's, tells them you should scooch over, and then they run out, and then he drives that, and he crashes, and then he just goes, what? Yeah. And then, when I think it was, what's her name? Mary. Wait, no.
Oh, you talking about the love interest?
Yeah, the love interest.
That's Martha May Whovier.
Martha May Whovier. And when she asked the Grinch to date her, and then the Grinch goes, ha ha ha, in Mayor's face. No.
Okay.
That's what he deserved. And when the Grinch shaved the mayor's head, the middle of it.
Yeah. Are there any scenes you particularly dislike?
When the mayor gifted the razor to the Grinch.
Okay.
And when there was like the small flashback of this, when the mayor was mean to the Grinch just because he was different.
Okay. Okay.
Any scene with the mayor in it.
Anything with the mayor in it. Yeah. Are there any particular shots in the movie that really tickle your fancy? Do you understand what I mean by shots in the movie? So there's a way that the camera may move in a certain way. The way that the practical effects and the CGI happen to work together
with the explosion really from the car.
Okay.
The little car.
Okay. So you like that shot? The way that shot is set up and framed?
When he goes to go back out to Mount Crumpet, and then they just basically pull up a map of like how he's going. It's not exactly that, it's just like a cartoon. They go and then they go, and then I'm pretty sure like the cameraman might have went in the slide with them, or however they filmed that, and it slides with them basically behind them. Yeah, that's all I can think of.
Okay. It's pretty good. What is your overall rating for this movie?
Watch it at minimum once a month.
You heard that, Raul. At minimum once a month. That is my life. That is my nightmare. Once a month. I like Jim Carrey. Don't get me wrong, and don't get it twisted. I like Jim Carrey, but not enough to see the same goddamn movie once a month. I will say that I will watch it, twice a year and be happy with it. That's fine. But not once a damn month. That's insane. All right. So now we'll do Daddy's side for this, okay?
You're gonna fold a lot.
The characters that I enjoy from this movie are definitely the Grinch, because, it's Jim Carrey. How could you not love Jim Carrey? It's a shame that he retired from acting, because he could have done so much more.
He's old.
So's Daddy.
You're not 50 yet.
Yet being the operative word.
You have another.
Shut up.
Years.
I would have liked to see him continue on, but as he stated in his interview, he's given enough to the world. Like, he doesn't need to work. He doesn't need the money. He's been there for a lot of generations, a lot of different people. He's good with what he's got, and I respect him for that. He stepped away before he became,
People don't like him for something he did.
Right. Before something goes terribly, terribly wrong.
Like in the Miser Brothers.
Right, like the Miser Brothers, the entire inception of that movie. Now, I will state, and it will be said, that one of the, I guess, more commonly known factoids, at least anybody who watches any of the behind-the-scenes features or interviews with cast members or anything like that would know, this is Jim Carrey's most painful role.
One of his.
No, it is his most painful role.
Not his least favorite.
Right, it's not his least favorite role. That was saved for another movie. This was his most painful role. To be in the makeup chair for as long as he was, and then to be weighed down by that suit with all the fur and the prosthetics and everything. It was literally causing him nothing but mountains of pain.
Can I have another scene in a couple minutes when you're done?
Go ahead and give your scene.
Oh.
This is improv. Like, we just kind of go back and forth, kid. Like, there's no structure to this.
Oh, with the scene where he tries on all these different outfits and all because he got invited to be, was it the chairsman for the Christmas?
The Cheermeister.
Cheermeister, because it's a different name.
You've watched this movie a billion times, but you do not remember people's names nor phrasings for events.
No.
That is interesting to me.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right, and so, and he tries on all these different outfits, and then he takes the one outfit from the yodeler that's outside, and then he just like, and tries on and goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. That's it, I'm not going.
So one of the earliest things the Grinch is, like I said, probably my favorite character and my absolute despised character out of this entire thing. Is most assuredly the mayor, but I also dislike Martha Mayhuvier, and I dislike I actually dislike Cindy's mom quite a bit, and I'll get to that in a minute.
There's some points I like. Some do.
I dislike Cindy's brothers because they're absolute
booty holes.
Idiots. I had to think of a correct phrasing because you are on the stream with me.
I just said booty holes.
Right. Well, no, I have no problem calling them assholes. That's not a problem. There's a different phrasing I was going to use that. Never mind. Yeah, that's probably all the people that I absolutely
and the people
dislike.
and like the girls that were with them in the beginning.
No, I honestly don't have a problem with them. They were just doing what teenagers would do. You know what? I guess I can forgive the brothers then too, because they were just doing what teenagers would do. Anyway, one of the shots that I like the most is a nod to actually the 1966 Grinch. And it's the very first shot you see with the Grinch in it because, he scares the boys away off Mount Crumpet. And he does that by opening his door, and this big old giant animatronic head with red glowing eyes comes out the door. And that's a 3D model of what the 1966 Grinch looked like. So the fact that they kind of gave a nod to the old school like show, like the half-hour special, that was pretty dope to me. I really enjoyed that scene. The very next thing that I really enjoy from this movie is, when they actually turn him around so that you see the face of the Grinch and everything. The practical effects also mixed in with the CGI. That is a perfectly balanced shot that they pulled off, and that's pretty difficult to do with a man who is
Shy _ trash _ pandas says hi fresco.
What up, Shy? Welcome to the show. So glad everybody is here tonight. We are all out here tonight. Holiday season, making merry. That's all I got. Once again, for anybody that's joining a little late, like I said earlier in the stream, I like to harken back to last year. Sadly, we aren't doing entirely what we did last year, but things happen. I understand these things, but there's still a way to help out, and there's still a way to do kindness to others, and this is specifically the season for it. If you have children, or you know somebody who has children, and they're looking to kind of downsize the toys of these children or anything like that, please clean up whatever toys that are still in good shape, that aren't broken or snapped in half or anything like that. Clean them up a little bit and drop them off at Toys for Tots. Give some kids somewhere that can't have a normal Christmas by normal stretches of the imagination. Give them the opportunity to have some semblance of
Shy _ the _ trash _ pandas says red heart.
No, it ain't a red heart moment. As we say when it comes to these kinds of things. Hashtag what, child? You forgot already, didn't you? FTC. Hashtag FTC. For the chitlins. That's right. It's all about the chitlins. Helping out those chitlins that can't be helped otherwise. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. 'Tis definitely the season for this. But getting back to my movie review, or my portion of this movie review, overall the whole thing
Blood Warrior 1176 says hashtag for the nice ladies.
That's a different thing. We take care of that in a different manner, B-dubs. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, the overall balance of... Oh, man. The overall balance...
Carnage _ Razor says that's the Valentine's Day event Kappa.
Sure is. Some of the other shots in this movie that I really like is the ability that they had, and I understand how the shot was mainly done with him
Shy
sliding
_ the _ trash _ pandas says I thought was the nightly event LUL.
Oh my. The way the camera work was following him through the trash tube so that you could see everything. The ridiculous nature of what they point out some people are like at Christmas, which not a lot of people pick up on, but it definitely personifies what some people turn into around this time of year during this movie. You have people that are literally mobbing over clerks and shop owners and things just so they could get a sale. And, shops just trying to get as much money as they can by throwing, 99% off for the next 2 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, sorry. All that they could do just to kind of bring in as much business, because with the amount of people flow that's going into that building, you're not going to get to the register and get through the register and get that discount in time. Like, it's just not going to happen. So that I like that. That's an interesting. Not many Christmas movies will show that. Jim Carrey's inflections, the way he talks during certain scenes is absolutely fantastic. Um, what else is there? I really enjoy the fact that Cindy Lou kind of questions everything.
BLAZ
So
Isafraid says, to be clear, Christmas is already expensive and we did not want to put people in the position to give more money when money is already tight. We will continue to do charity events in the summer seasons.
oh,
It is
brother,
still hashtag FTC.
I wasn't trying to make it like that, brother. I was just merely saying, like, it's not my business to know. You know what I mean? My business is to just do me, like be me. And I was just trying to put in that little extra, help the chitlins. I didn't mean to imply that there was no forethought about it or anything like that. So if that's how it was taken, I apologize. That's not what I meant. But anyway, um, the little some of the things I didn't like about it is like the combative nature between Cindy's mom and Martha May Huvier. Like that's pretty synonymous with some of the lighting competitions you may see. Like some people go buck wild and crazy, like Cindy's mom does, and they literally take every light bulb out of the house and put it on the house.
And the fridge light.
Even the fridge light. And some people will always flaunt their ability to basically do that, but in a better manner, and like Martha May Huvier did by sophisticated. No, that was flaunting an expensive way with which to do it. It's not. First of all, that could not work. That could not work in actuality.
Oh, no,
but with the suspension of disbelief at hand and everything, that is by far a flashy way to show that, hey, yeah, you see everything you're doing? I can do it.
The literate
so
juggalo says, because my own kids are hungry and looking at me for shit.
Already. So, yeah, it's just her.
BLAZ Isafraid says LMAO.
40 minutes.
What? That's our time left, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that.
No.
The fuck? I lost my train of thought again.
The combativeness between Martha
Yeah,
and
just the combativeness between the two. Like, she's always doing one. She's doing that thing that I hate people when they do. You see what you have there? Mine is so much better. Like, she doesn't even pay for anything. She gets it all from the mayor. You know what I mean?
That's why I don't like with mine.
And yeah, we'll get to the mayor because I can.
Now
the actor that plays the mayor is a fantastic actor. He's a wonderful man. But the character of the mayor, when you break down everything that character is set to be, he is a pile of shit. Like, he is a pile of crap. And I don't like him.
He's rude.
And it's very interesting to me, especially in fucking 2000, because in 2000, I was a hefty boy. I'm always a hefty boy. But the mayor was quite a chunky boy himself. He was a very fat kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I very much remember the year 2000. And people in school were not very kind to portly children in school. The fact that he is able to hold that kind of standing amongst the student society is laughable to me. And that's one of the things that really pisses me off, is because him teasing the Grinch is shit that I experienced in life. Maybe not the exact same things, because nobody handed me a razor blade for shaving with because I was too hairy or anything like that in school or anything like that. But just the level of absolute harassment, like that shit was obnoxious, and that's why I didn't particularly like that scene. But and the teacher allowed it.
She laughed too.
Right. Like, she allowed it, and she laughed, and...
She didn't get mad at him.
Right, like, that's just kind of... Like, that's a shitty scene altogether. I understand why they put it in there, because you have to get the feels for the Grinch. Like, they put that in there for you to get feels for the Grinch.
His childhood, what he grew up
Right,
with.
why he's such a bastard. And, you know what I mean? Like, that's why they put it in there. I do enjoy...
And also,
What? Yeah.
and also the show, Martha May Whovier, in her childhood, how she didn't fully dislike the Grinch.
Right. Right. So, you know, the flashback kind of sets up the fact that she has a thing for the Grinch, which is a commonplace point throughout the entirety of the movie. What the fuck else we got?
Martha May Whovier, you already said
I
her.
already talked about her.
The parents.
No, so I do like the scene where, again, it's more of an effects kind of thing, because they combine practical effects, they combine CGI, and they combine animation throughout this entire thing. Because when he puts the X-ray machine over his chest to see how small his heart has gotten, you know, you have the practical effects of everything that's going on around him, and the actual machine coming into place. Some of the CG is actually the background that goes into his skeleton and everything like that, but the actual drawing of his heart is done in animation, classic animation, and that's the fact that they combined all three for this was fucking amazing. Like, that particular scene in general was pretty good. I like how they give him more depth in this. Like, he's not just a weird mountain creature that comes down and causes chaos and then futzes back off to the top of the mountain. You know, they actually give him levels of struggling with why he is the way he is and everything, and you can feel that throughout the whole movie. So overall, it's a pretty good movie. You know, I really like the movie. I have not seen the 2018 version though.
It's different. It takes a different take on it.
And there's one movie in particular I actually really want to see, but this one is too much of a pansy to see it, which is The Mean One, which is a brand new movie, and it's the Grinch horror movie. I want to see that so badly, and I have to do it alone.
Baby.
Or with my son. My son, bless him, he is 4 years old, and he loves horror movies, and he loves themed horror movies. The fact that
The literate juggalo says, why alone? Discord movie night.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. We could do a Discord movie night. Excuse me. My son was so excited. So she tells me the other night that she wants to watch The Grinch, which in our household, you say The Grinch, it only means one version of the film. And I scoffed at her, and then I went and I put on the 1966 version. And she hemmed and she hawed. And then it was like lightning struck my brain, because I remembered that they were releasing, or had released, The Mean One. And I didn't tell her what I was doing. I just went on YouTube because I thought it was on YouTube. Because I know it's a fan film, so I didn't know exactly where to find it. And I found the trailer. And she started to curl up into a ball. No, I don't want to watch that. So I put the trailer on, and we watched the trailer. And my son was getting hype. He was like, yeah, Daddy, watch. I was like, yeah, Daddy wants to watch it, but look at Sissy. Sissy's crying like a little girl.
Shy_the_trash_panda says Muabiai.
So we backed off of that, and then we watched the trailer for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, which is another one I want to see. And she wasn't quite as scared with that one, but she still was very disinterested in it. And Then we get to the one that absolutely terrified her. It terrified her so much that she grabbed my son by his waist and hugged him like he was a teddy bear and told him he had to sit with her because she was scared.
I was on the floor, so he was covering my face from it.
Right. We watched the trailer to Smile. I haven't seen Smile yet, but I want to. And she's absolutely horrified and terrified to watch that film. And he's all about it.
He was mocking me, remember? He said,
yeah, he was making fun of her.
You're gonna smile.
No, that's not what he was saying.
What was
he was repeating, because in the trailer it says over and over again, you're going to die. You're going to die. No, it's not you're going to smile. It's you're going to die. So he turned around to you because you were acting so afraid and everything, or not even acting, you were actually afraid. And he told you, he kept poking you and telling you, you're going to die, you're going to die.
He was actually, no, he was pretending to, like, stab the glass that they had in their hand.
Possibly. I'm not sure what he was doing, but he
was mocking.
My son is a trooper when it comes to horror movies, and my daughter is not so much. I failed as a father. It's just, it is how it is, man. Like, you can't force your likes onto your children. Let that be a lesson.
Video games.
Yeah, she don't like video games either.
I'm okay with a few, like Minecraft.
She likes watching people play video games.
Mm-hmm. And learning about video games.
And learning about video games. She has no desire to play them. But that is neither here nor there. Right. So, we are at what now?
We got 33 minutes left.
We got 33. 33. Perfect. That gives us just enough time. Shy, you make sure you're on next after me tonight. About the 10-minute mark. Let me know if you're ready or not. And I will make sure I wrap it up around then. So we're not done yet. Because I want to keep the family vibes going for Xmas. Let's talk about music, right? Music starts playing for Christmas.
November 1st.
In some cases, you'd be right. Depending on where you go, like certain stores have music playing for Christmas.
Walmart.
Like Walmart had Christmas music playing day one. Like November 1st, it was playing. Other things like YouTube didn't have any Christmas music like on the front page or anything until actually December, but you know, whatever. Christmas music is everywhere this time of year, right? And I would like to probably bring up some Christmas music. Y'all get down on Christmas music, right? I don't get down on a lot of Christmas music, but I like some Christmas music. What about you? You get down on some Christmas music, don't you?
Excuse me. Yes.
Now this is where we greatly differ, once again, on opinions in music.
This is a big difference.
So, what is your... I guess, give your list of songs, and then we'll talk about. Oh, you only have one. That's right. What is?
Only one.
Well, I told you to have one and then a backup, but whatever. We can go with the one. That's fine.
Oh, we'll go with two because they're very simple.
Yeah,
right.
they're simple songs. So we're not singing anything, just to be clear.
No, I'm not gonna sing. No.
Very good.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas by Michael Bubble, because it has an E on the accent on the E.
Buble. I don't know how to say the name.
Alright, and then, it wouldn't be one of my favorites, but one I like listening to because it's a very basic song is Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Oh.
It comes on so much. It's on all my
Abysmal. Abysmal. Ugh. So there's one song that I get down on every year, like clockwork.
Oh, and the Crypt Keepers Christmas song.
Right, we'll get to that. Hold a pin on that. Yeah, we're gonna talk a little differently about that. So we're talking traditional Christmas music right now, and really the only Christmas music I get down on. I guess you gave up on your diamond painting, yeah.
Partially, I did a couple more after. Yeah.
Well, now we're in the wrong section. We are no longer in arts and crafts. That's fine. It doesn't matter. So the one traditional Christmas song I get down on every year is Feliz Navidad. That is probably my favorite Christmas song of all time. I really, up until the other night when we were doing DMCA, I had not heard the Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas song in quite a while. But still, my favorite one of all time because I don't miss it ever in a December season. I have to listen to it at least once in the December season. Is Feliz Navidad. Now, if you want to talk about, that's literally it. That's all I got. All I listen to is Feliz Navidad. I've heard all the other songs. Whatever. Whatever. Well, I understand the actual name of the song. It's just I always throw an extra D in there, and I don't know why when I'm talking about it. But if I look it up, I don't put the extra D. Anyway. That's for traditional songs, like traditional Christmas songs. I have a lot of things I listen to that are not considered traditional Christmas, correct?
Not even considered songs.
No, hold on now. I'm still not talking about that one yet. Not that album yet.
No. In general, a lot of your songs are not. They have a lot of words, not singing.
Debatable.
Everything's debatable.
It sure is. One of the ones that I've been known to get down on, especially in the car rides around this time of year, is Decorate Your Christmas Tree.
Huh?
You remember the Twisted song. If I play it for you, you'd remember.
Okay.
But I'm not playing it now because...
Yeah.
Copyrights. So we're not doing that. Yeah. And then we have the yearly album that I always track down and somehow listen to every year for Christmas. And it's Tales from the Crypt, the Crypt Keeper's Cryptmas Carols. Oh boy, it is amazing. If any of y'all are interested in some kind of demented versions of Christmas songs, this is the album for you. I cannot go a year without listening to this ever since it came out. It brings up my festive mood, that's for damn sure. What do you think of the album?
Most of the songs are good. A couple of them aren't as catchy as others, but
You're right.
Most of them listen to.
Okay.
It's not for everybody. It's not.
It certainly is not for everybody.
That's one. If you like if Mariah Carey's on all your playlists, like top song, all I want for Christmas is you. This is not for you. No.
Yeah, that is very true. It is not.
If you're like a pink Christmas person, that's just not for you.
Yeah, if you're into the pink bubbly scene for Christmas, it is not for you.
Jert Devil Kite says, how's the diamond painting coming along?
She kind of gave up on that.
I did half of Max's ear.
She did half of Max's ear and I gave up on it. If you're a huge heavy metal fan, there might be one track on this that might be alright for you, and I don't even think that's the case. If you just like the idea of some preposterous stuff, or you really like the Crypt Keeper,
If you laugh.
if you laugh at morbid stuff, it's definitely the album for you.
Jert Devil Kite says she's never gonna get that done before Christmas, rolling on the floor laughing.
Nope, probably not. So, the first song on the album is it is a rendition of Deck the Halls.
Shy_the_trash_panda says, I wish I had time to work on a diamond art.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I understand. I kind of wish I had the time to do more shit than I normally do. Yeah, I kind of wish I had time to play something.
The name is Deck the Hall
with Parts of Charlie.
Yeah.
Yes, I was getting there.
Sorry.
I was just talking.
I didn't know.
So the first song on that, you have the album there.
Yes, it's the
very good, because you can go through with the songs with me, and I will vaguely describe each song. So the first song on the album After listening to the introduction by the Crypt Keeper, John Cassier, um, he does his traditional Crypt Keeper thing, and he talks about Jack Frost roasting on an open fire. And there's a little scream, and a little bit of hilarity ensues. Right, we laugh about it all the time, and then we go into the first song, which is "Deck the Halls with Parts of Charlie," and it's a banger, y'all. I love it. This isn't my favorite song on the album, but I really do like this one. Just some absurd shit going on the Christmas tree and everything like that. Like it is absolutely amazing. Track number 2.
Juggle Bills.
Track number 2 is an interesting
I don't
thing.
like this one that much.
You don't like this one because it paints a bad lookout for Santa. And it's called the Juggle Bills is track number 2, and
Sounds catchy.
it's pretty catchy. It's all about how Christmas isn't happening for the year because Santa is flat broke. It's a pretty nice song. Well, I say nice, and nice in an ironic tone, not nice in an actual tone, or in sincerity. There we go. Track number 3.
We wish you'd bury the missus.
So track number 3 is "We Wish You'd Bury the Missus," and instead of "We wish you a Merry Christmas," it's "We wish you'd bury the missus." And it is an interesting song. It really kind of makes you think how long this woman. Well, I mean, they tell you how long she's been unburied and everything. But it's like I said, people. It's not for everybody. It's kind of a morbid sense for Christmas. It's just the delivery on everything and the way everything kind of flows together is what makes it hilarious. Not one of my favorite songs on the album, but it's still an alright song. You like that one?
Mm.
It's alright to like that one.
It's not my favorite one though.
Right.
My favorite one's a little later. All right, Mo Titelbaum.
Mo Titelbaum.
It's not spelled like that.
Right. Well, it's because it's a play on words for the title. So it's instead of Mo Tenenbaum, it's Mo Titelbaum, and it's about a dude's family being embalmed before Christmas. So it's a bit morbid, but it's set to the beat of Mo Titelbaum. It's all right. You hear it once, maybe twice. You don't need to hear it anymore. It's just kinda...
These songs are songs that you would pick and choose and put in your own playlist.
Yeah, I would agree to that. It's an album that you pick and choose from. You got to listen to the album once, maybe twice, to get your favorites out of it, and then after that, you just pick songs off the album, and you don't have to listen to the whole thing again. Next.
A Christmas Card for the Crypt Keeper, which isn't that old.
That's just a skit. So there's a skit for a Christmas card, and it's
the
done
soundtrack for the skit. It's only 56 seconds. Oh.
Well, it's like I said, it's a skit, and it's you hear the audio for the skit, and it's just it's a poem. That's all it is. It's like a greeting card poem.
Yeah. The next one, Christmas Rap.
The Christmas Rap is pretty dope.
I don't remember that one. So in the Christmas Rap, he addresses all figures from both real life horror and fictional horror. Like he says, Freddy wants some Kruger nails. He says Jason wants a brand new mask. He wants one with Robert Redford's face. Okay.
Right.
We'll figure out later.
It's a banger of a song. This one's a banger. This is probably my second favorite song on the album. It's pretty good. What is the next title?
Intro to the Keeper Family Xmas and Crypt Keeper's Family Xmas? Is that one a song?
It is a song. It's not a very good song though. I mean, it's fine once you listen to it once or twice. It stops being funny after that.
Yeah.
Because it's all about bringing arsenic to Christmas dinner.
I don't want to remember that one kind of. Alright. Twas the Fright Before Christmas.
This one's a good one. No, this one's just another. It's a poem. So it's instead of the night before Christmas. Picture the whole parody being because it's not a song. It's like him reading the night before Christmas.
Oh.
But it's not the night before Christmas. It's the night before Christmas. Or the fright before Christmas.
Yeah, I'm just going off the list.
Right, and I'm just explaining to you what they are and to everybody what it is. I actually like it. I think it's kind of cute. In the nature of it anyway.
This next one's my favorite. 12 Days of Christmas.
The 12 Days of Christmas is by far my favorite on the album, and it is also her favorite on the album, as you heard. This is every time I'm asked if I can remember what each one of the days are for the 12 Days of Christmas are. I can't do it. I forget all the time. But if you ask me what the 12 Days of Christmas is, I can go through the whole thing. No problem. So I guess that makes me pretty morbid in itself.
Mm.
What else we got?
Well, this is the third to last one. Intro to the Revenge of Crypt Keeper and Revenge of the Crypt Keeper.
I forget this one. But it's the Revenge of the Crypt Keeper. Not entirely sure I remember that one.
Just look up.
I'll look it up later.
What's happening with my stickers?
I don't know. Next song on the album, we got two left.
Second and last one is Have Yourself a Scary. I like this one. Have Yourself a Scary Little Christmas.
Right. This one is actually representative of the Tales from the Crypt episode. Has to do with this one where an escaped convict dresses up like Santa Claus and is on his way back to his house, and a woman is trying to keep her daughter safe, and it winds up being her daddy. Picture that kind of going on in the background with Have Yourself a Scary Little Christmas in the background of that.
They're mixed together. It's like a
right.
mixed track.
It's kind of mixed together. It's pretty good.
And Should the Old Cadavers Be Forgot?
This is a rendition for the New Year's song. Should Old Acquaintance Be Forgot? I'm not a fan of this one either. But some people like it, some people don't. Everybody's got their own personal taste in music, movies, everything.
And then, but these last three things, this person randomly threw on the album like 2 years ago, so I don't think they're correct. This one's Fill Your Stocking.
No.
And then,
yeah.
If
So,
take me away,
I suggest if anybody has the stomach for it, because we are a community of degenerates.
You still got 16 minutes.
We do. We certainly do.
Favorite Christmas present?
What?
Favorite Christmas present, remember?
Oh, we can do that. Yeah. We still got a little bit more. Yeah, you right. Everybody having a good time so far? Anybody even still here?
Retro Sanity says sexy degenerates.
Retro Sanity, my dude. How are you? I hope all is well, my friend.
We have some people on.
Hope the holiday season is being kind to everyone.
I'm not saying who. I'm not listening to everybody.
What?
List everybody.
Yeah, no. We don't need to do all that.
Too much work.
We're kind of the laid back stream before everybody gets out here and out cheer. Let me fix myself before everybody gets out cheer and does their thing and absolutely rocks the house. It's tough. It is tough being the starter of the day, especially when you're unsure as to what it is you're going to be doing, or even if you're that comical at things. It is rough being out here, but we do it anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got about 15 minutes left before we're gonna start to wrap up because Shy is after us. What are some of your favorite memories from Christmas, dear child? You can talk about favorite Christmas gifts, favorite events that we have done, just overall favorite memories. Don't tell me, tell the people. I lived it.
One tradition that we usually go to our aunt's house every year. That's a stable tradition, and it's just like nice to have something like stable for Christmas and go in there and seeing people we don't see for almost the whole year.
To be fair, everybody.
No, because we don't see the one group of people. The one at Cherry Hill. We don't really see them much anymore.
Oh, I know you don't. No, they don't live in Cherry Hill, by the way.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, never mind. So, getting together with family.
Getting up at 4 o'clock.
Oh yeah, so that's a family tradition, right? That's something we do that probably nobody else out here does. So, how do I do that? Do I let you do it or do I do it?
Wakey.
You want it? No, not that. I was gonna say, you want to tell these people who's a bigger kid, you kids, or me? I'm definitely a bigger kid come Christmas morning than my children are. Ever since I was a kid, and Mama Fresco can attest to this, ever since I was a kid, we would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Or earlier, but we would get shooed back to bed. 4 o'clock, at the latest 5 o'clock. But we would be up before the sun, and we'd be banging on my mom's door and telling her, we got to get up and open presents. And she always let us kind of do our thing unless it was the middle of the night, because me and my brother would do that too. We would sit up until midnight and wait for it to technically be Christmas morning, and we'd come out of our rooms and she'd yell at us that Santa hadn't come yet. He only comes when we're sleeping, which is true. So, you know what I mean? Like, there was no point. We had to go to bed. So we'd go to sleep for a couple hours, get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, go bang on her door, wake her up, and go right to unwrapping presents. So I passed that on to my kids, and my wife hates me for it. Because as soon as 4 a.m. hits, I'm out of bed. Like, I can't sleep past 4 a.m. come Christmas morning. I can't do it. I had to sit still when we were not living in our apartment that we are in now. I would be forced to actually have to wait until the latest, or the earliest was 8 o'clock. The earliest was 8 o'clock that we could wake anybody else up and start doing Christmas.
But usually people got up at 8 and then we would wait until 9.
Right, and we actually, the one year, we wound up waiting until like 10:30, 11 o'clock just to get to presents. And that shit's annoying. But every year like clockwork, if I have control over the holiday season, we are up, man. 4 o'clock in the morning, I got my coffee in me, or I got my energy drink. The wife is trying to wake herself up and drag herself to the tree. I got the kids all sitting in front of the tree, and they've already started separating the piles. She sits there, and the first thing she does, she makes a beeline for the tree, dives under that motherfucker, and goes, "This is mine, this is not mine, this is mine, this is not mine." And she does that, and then she scoots her pile over, and then she gets her brothers ready. and then scoots his pile over, and then gets mine and my wife's piles ready, and then scoots them to us. And then me and my wife usually let the kids do their presents first, and then we open ours. It's pretty fun, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a fun fact.
Okay, go ahead.
From How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the 2001, the dog Max actually lived to be almost 30 years old, like less than 100 days off from being 30 years old.
That's an old
29
dog.
years, 282 days.
That's an old dog.
They died only in 2013.
That's an old dog.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, great.
All right, what else you got? What other members you got?
Tell me how weird this was. When we still lived a couple towns ago, and you used to talk about Mario Maker. We watched Peanut Butter Gamer, I think it was. Play Peanut Butter Gamer. We used to always talk about Mario Maker, and then for Christmas that year, my one grandma got me a Wii U. I predicted it, and Fresca kept telling me, no, it won't be that. Even though she's the one that gave me the hint for it.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's something you and Dad been talking about for a while. And I was like, it's a Wii U. No, it's not.
Yep.
My dollhouse, I still got it now.
Actually, that's one of my favorite memories with you. Before your, not saying anything against your brother, but it was before your brother came around. And I remember the Christmas morning that you woke up and unwrapped your dollhouse.
No, we didn't do that at home.
Huh?
Got it from Grandma.
Yeah, but okay, but we were still at our home.
No, we went to their house on Christmas Eve.
We were still at our home when I built it.
Oh, at home when you built it.
Yes. As I was saying, you opened it, you were excited for it, we took it home, and I built it.
That must have been so much fun.
It was a pain in the ass, but to see how happy you were afterwards,
That thing's still sturdy.
it was worth it. And it's not many times I get to see your reaction for things these days. So, the fact that I was...
Just hear them.
Right. Given the fact that I was able to do that and still hold on to that is why I remember it so well. Got any other?
Yeah. Is there one I'm forgetting? That's your?
I don't know. They're your memories, bro.
We have 7 minutes. You know this is 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Yeah.
Shy, dear, are you in chat? I shall wait to hear.
Okay. I didn't see any of yours.
The literate juggalo says who you need for what?
I was just letting Shy know she's got 5 minutes. It's almost 7. It's almost time for me to call it quits. So I just wanted to make sure she was on deck and she was ready to go. She's on the schedule.
She's on deck. You didn't say any of yours. You just replicated off reciprocal.
See, leave it to your Uncle Jugs. Every time I get to thinking about something, my man just pops in. What you need? I got you.
Takes over your computer.
You probably could.
He has.
Well, nevertheless, I'm going to start doing the wrap-up now because I'm a prompt person, and we promptly started at 5. We will promptly end at 7. Angel is the devil. I would like to thank you for being a part of this year. You were part of my stream last year.
Was I?
You were indeed.
Oh,
we made ornaments last year.
No, we could have brought those back and showed them.
They are on our tree. Anybody who is still around that gave us color combinations for...
it was B-Dubs and Uncle Jugs.
And we did one for Carnage.
We did one for Carnage. Yes, Carnage is on the tree too.
Yep. we made candy canes last year for anybody that remembers, and those candy canes are still on our tree. We put them on our tree again this year, so they are all set, and we'll have to make some more for the rest of the family.
Maybe.
For DMG, if anybody else wants to be on our Christmas tree, you have to let us know, and we'll make the ornaments up, and we'll hang
If
them.
you want us to make you one like we were supposed to do last year, send you the one that we make for you. Remember?
Yeah. Because that was the other thing. We can make it, and then after the holiday season, or if you guys want it for the holiday season, we'll mail it out to you.
Skype, message.
You know. What?
What? I'm humming.
Anyway. That's been my time slot, y'all. This is fun. I enjoy doing these events. It's always a great time to see everybody out here, everybody getting together. And I'm hoping tomorrow will be a little better paced. I got something different planned for tomorrow. We were a little pauseated today. That's because she's nervous. She doesn't normally do this.
Just once a year.
And I've been out of practice for a few months. So we're gonna work on things,
But you have 2 more streams to make up.
yes, I got 2 more streams this year. I got one tomorrow at same bat time, same bat network. Actually, I should change that because I don't know if that's copyrighted, that phrasing. Same dark time, same dark channel. Whatever.
Same time, same
Nevertheless, the point is, I will be here again tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. Don't know what Central or Pacific time would be.
I think it would be like 7.
It's 3 hours for West Coast.
I don't understand that stuff.
It's 3 hours behind us.
Huh?
5, 4, 3, 2. 2 o'clock Pacific time.
And then Central.
Central's like an hour behind us, or an hour and a half behind us. Whatever, I don't know.
Figure it out.
Doesn't matter. Point is, I will be here again tomorrow. We will be doing something entirely different than this. So I hope everybody had fun. Stay tuned, because Shy is up next doing whatever it is that she does.
58.
And I will be back also on the 21st. And I got something special planned for the 21st.
Extra special.
Something extra special. Something not even Carnage knows about. So I got something really big planned for then. We're going to do that. Yeah, that's about it. I've did all the vamping I could possibly do. I am officially a minute and 30 seconds shy of what I should be doing, but I got nothing else. So if nobody objects, I'm going to call it quits for the day. Stick around. Shy's going to be coming live next. I love all of y'all. Thank you for being out here. Wave goodbye to the people.
The literate juggalo says a minute and 30 seconds shy.
A minute now.
Oh, yeah, probably a minute by now. I don't know. Anyway, in the next minute
Carnage
or so...
_Razor says good stream homie.
I don't know
Carnage
about that.
_Razor says.
Oh.
BLAZ Isafraid says hell yeah.
I appreciate all of y'all.
BLAZ
Love y'all.
Isafraid says we outchera.
We out here, y'all. Everybody have a great night. I'll be back again tomorrow.
The literate juggalo says Merry Christmas Angel, need coal for your dad. Blood Warrior 1176 says good job.
We out, y'all.